guitar to a party, serenade women. It's a little bit harder to do that when instead of a guitar, I gotta wheel a xylophone into the party. Doesn't even fit through the door. He's gotta park it outside. What's up, ladies? You don't mind coming out to the porch real quick? A little something I've been dabbling with. Any ladies like Under the Sea? They don't. That's what I figured out. It's hard to get good at the xylophone. Who cares enough, you know? Who are the greats? Who are the legends on the xylophone? There's only one dude in the whole world anybody knows, and it's this guy. That's our Jimi Hendrix right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's as good as it gets. And whether you like me or not tonight, you will think about me every time you hear that ringtone from now on. I was just in California a couple weeks ago. You got people from California here? There was an international dance competition happening at my hotel. Just people dancing everywhere. I don't know which competition. I haven't followed competitive dance in years. When I was checking in, the lady was very nice. She goes, "Hey, are you one of the dancers?" I said, "Do some of the dancers look like me?" And she looks up at me and goes, "Oof, my bad." I was like, "Oh, that hurts, but I get it." I was nervous about that joke. I've actually lost some weight over the last year, and not enough for an applause, but I appreciate it. I still have a lot of jokes about being fat. I'm losing weight faster than I can write new jokes. It's a real problem in my career. I was nervous about it. I said to my wife, I said, "I'm doing the Opry this weekend. I don't know if these fat jokes are still going to work." My wife goes, "Yeah, I think you're still good. I think, she goes, I don't think we're there yet, but let's keep an eye on it. How about that? And we'll cross that bridge when we get to it." I had to get different clothes. I didn't even know where to go. I tried to go to Goodwill. Let me tell you something. I would tear through a Goodwill if I were a medium. I bet it's fun if you're a medium. A lot of mediums here tonight. Y'all donate clothes all the time, right? If you're a 3X and you have something that fits, you hang on to it. That's what I learned. Because you're like, even if I drop down to a 2, I'll be back, you know? You know what, I did see at Goodwill, I saw a hat, they just said #1 Dad on it. It's a #1 Dad hat. That's cute, that made me smile, you know? #1 Dad. Then I'm staring at it and I'm like, man, somebody donated this. Somebody got rid of a #1 Dad hat. I don't know what happened, but that can't be a fun story, right? A family had a hat that said #1 Dad, and then they were like, nah. Gave it to Goodwill. I thought about this a lot. I have to be honest. I think best case scenario is the dad died. You want me to run through the others? I don't want to. That's the least horrific explanation. Is that a dad died while he was still #1. That's what I choose to believe. So I bought the hat. It's a good hat. It's haunted, but it is well made. My dad was my high school principal. I was the principal's kid all through high school, all 4 years. People ask me what it's like, your dad being your principal. I don't know. Imagine every day after work, your boss gives you a ride home, then eats dinner with you, and then goes to bed with your mom. That's what it is. It's not all fun and games. Senior prank was the worst. Who did a fun senior prank when y'all were in high school? I hated it. Every year y'all just vandalize, my house. My dad's high school, eggs, toilet paper every year. That's very funny. Guess who has to clean that up every year, guys? Yeah, my mom. And that's tough to watch. School was tough for me. I wasn't a bad student. I thought dumb stuff. That's different than being dumb. You tell me the right thing, I'd remember it. But I would assume wrong stuff. I used to think italics, like y'all know when a word's in italics? Like when it's... That did help some of y'all, I can feel it. Most of you got it right away. A couple of y'all are, yeah, italics, dude. That's when the word looks like it wants to be in the next sentence, but it's stuck in this one. Nobody told me what to do with italics. Nobody told me what I'm supposed to do. I thought italics meant I was supposed to read it in an Italian accent. That's what I thought the word meant. Y'all understand how I got there? If it's in italics, you're supposed to italicize it, right? That's what I Little popcorn reading, it's my turn. I said the scientific name for human beings is Homo sapien. My friend's like, why did you do that? I was like, why did you not do that, man? That's what I want to know. Am I the only kid in this school that can read? That's what it feels like. None of y'all have Italicized any of these words. So I live here in town, which means I got to drive here. That's fun. I drive a minivan. That's my car. Is that a cool car for me to have? I have no kids. Is that still an applause situation? I don't think so. It really changes the equation. Yeah. I'm just a dude in a minivan. That's why I call it a minivan. I don't call it a van. Does that help? Is that any less creepy? If I say, hey, I drive a minivan, you're like, oh, he's taking kids to soccer practice. If I say, hey, I drive a van, you're like, oh, he's taking kids from soccer practice. And that is a big difference. That's what I learned. Very subtle. I know nothing about cars. Who here is a car person? Like you change your own oil or know what that means? It's a very low bar. This is how little I know about cars. I'm getting my oil change last. The guy walks in and he's holding, I'm looking for a good prop here. He's holding the dipstick. Y'all know the dipstick? I know what it is now. I'd never seen a dipstick before. I didn't know I had one in my car. This guy just walked in holding it, didn't say a word. I thought he was walking in to be like, sir, look what we found. Did you run over a piece of metal? Because I think it's shimmied up. Punctured one of your spokes. You guys all work at Jiffy Lube? Is that what this is? I've never seen a dipstick. Put yourself in my shoes. You don't know what a dipstick is, and then a stranger just holds one and waits. Do y'all know that feeling where you know it's your turn to talk? Because you know how a conversation works, but you didn't hear the question? I'm just staring at this guy. He's holding this piece of metal. I go, dude, that's crazy, dude. How'd that get in there, man? He was like, buddy, it's a dipstick. I think Chrysler put it in, to be honest with you. That comes with the car. Ran out of gas once. I think that's rock bottom. Who here has run out of gas while driving? Yeah. Too many. It's your fault. You can't blame the car, right? You can't run out of gas and be like, this all hunk of junk. Your car's like, dude, I told you how much gas I had. I started at F. That is a tremendous heads up. Just stop before I get to E. I ran out of gas. I don't know what happened. I zoned out. I'm stranded side of the interstate. I had to call AAA to come bring me gas. That's a humbling phone call. Just explaining that situation to some guy who sounds like he looks exactly like me. Hey man, I need gas for my minivan. That's the phone call I had to make. This guy starts asking me questions about my car I've never heard before. He goes, sir, do you drive a 4-cylinder or a 6-cylinder? I said, hey man, do you remember why I called? I forgot to put gas in my car. You think I know how many cylinders are in here? I have 4 tires. Is that what you're talking about? Those are cylinders. If y'all want to get geometric about it. I got 4 of those. 1 dipstick at least. I might have more. I have no idea. How many saw the 1? You want me to just count everything? Cylinders. Put 4 down for now. I think that's safe, you know? If you show up and you spot 2 more, you can switch it up, right? Why are you giving me a pop quiz right now, man? I need gas. I thought this phone called me over 10 minutes ago. Send one of your goons to the gas store and get me some, right? He goes, buddy, I did not mean to get you riled up. So this is standard procedure, my friend. We are just getting information about your car. We just need to make sure it's you. We need to be able to identify you on the side of the road. I was like, I need to make sure it's me. That's fair. I'm sorry I snapped. You need to identify me. Dude, here's an easier way to find me, I think. Go where I told you I was. And I'm the guy not going anywhere. That's me. I'm out of gas, dude. You're not gonna have to chase me down out here. I'm stranded. I'm a fat dude in a minivan on the side of the interstate with a #1 dad hat on. I need gasoline stamped. He goes, minivan, is that a 2-wheel drive or a 4-wheel drive? I said, you tell me, man. I had it on D. I don't know how many wheels D activates, but I had it on D. It was on P this morning, full disclosure. That's how I found her. But I've been on D for quite some time, so do I put it back in P for now? Should I keep it on L for less gas? Is that what that stands for? I have no idea. So I'll get home safe, don't worry about it. Got time for one more joke here. Anybody here from Pennsylvania? We got any Pennsylvanians? Too many. No, I'm kidding. I've never been to Pennsylvania. I was just in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I looked up things to do, and I was the same distance from Gettysburg Memorial Battlefield and Hershey, where they make all the chocolate. And I had one free afternoon. And I had to decide between Gettysburg and Hershey's Chocolate World. And I do remember thinking, hey, if I don't go to Hershey, it's like all those people died for nothing. You know, if I can't enjoy the country they fought to protect, they will have all died